Jester, level 23 upgrade. Coyote0976 strikes again with another donation. This time he gave me the tan and black springs. These are pretty much recommended by everyone who has a Merv. Also, he gave me some 90 and 100 weight shock oil. Both of these things are going to give me the right performance that I've been looking for because yes, this RC still likes to roll every so often. And I want to see just how big of a difference these make. The only issue is, well, they are red. And if you see on the shocks that are on Jester right now, they are black. The reason why they're black is somehow I was able to dye them that way. So what I'm going to do is try to dye these ones black as well. So while I try to attempt to dye the new springs black, I'm going to go ahead and show you just how reactive these shock springs are. About a foot in the air, and you can see that it does slam against the table. I'm hoping to get rid of that. And the shocks need to come off in order for me to do this. So this is really easy to remove. There is a screw on top and a screw on bottom. I have to remove both of them for all 4 shocks. Now that I got all the shocks off, it's time to take them apart. So what I'm going to do is pull the shock spring back, pull off the lower brace, and yeah, these are really dirty. And now I need to go ahead and unscrew the top. So I'm just going to use a screwdriver to help me get the shock cap off. There's all the old shock oil, not much left in there. It's pretty dirty anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and dump this out in the trash can, clean it up as much as I can, do this with all the shocks, and then I'll be able to put the new shock oil in it. Besides cleaning the shocks, I went ahead and replaced the plastic hollow balls with metal ones that I had left over from Jester's level 10 upgrade. Now it's time to go ahead and fill these up with 90 weight shock oil. I was going to use 100, but since I've heard a lot of people complaining about 100 leaking because it just, well, plastic shocks can't handle it, I'm just going to stay safe and stick with the 90. Now this is going to be one of those long processes where I literally have to put some in there, work it up and down, and then let the bubbles come out, and then when it settles all the way, then I can go ahead and seal the shock back up. So I'm going to fill it up about 3/4 of the way, and like I said, just work this up and down slowly, and then you'll start to see bubbles coming out from underneath the piston. Once all those bubbles are out, I'm going to fill it up the rest of the way. And it's time for the boring part. I need to go ahead and let this sit until all the bubbles come up to the top. This is really thick fluid and I don't want any air in there, otherwise it's going to affect the performance of the shock. Alright, now that the bubbles are all out of the shock oil, I can go ahead and screw the shock cap back on there. And if it's going to leak a little bit, it's going to leak a little bit. And that should do it. And yeah, you can see there's that little hole on the side. It basically, it'll leak before it will blow the whole shock. Now, for the shock springs, as you can see, they almost turned out black. In real life, you'll notice that they're almost a dark red, brown, but on camera they look black, so sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm going to go ahead and slide that on. By the way, these are the black shock springs. Slide the bottom brace back on and then just lower down this adjustable ring and I should be good to go. Just got to set up the rest of the shock springs just like this and then put all 4 shocks back on the Merv. And now we can see just exactly how well they are going to perform. So this is how it was with the old shock springs in oil. And now this is how it is with the new shock springs in oil. Guys, that is so much more stiffer. Let's go ahead and drop it. No chassis slap. That is awesome. Let's hold it up higher. Wow, much better, much better. Thanks again so much, Coyote, but this upgrade is done with. And that was Jester's level 23 upgrade.